Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday today, but now it's time to get back to the charts. And as usual, we're going to start with video. As you can see here on the left side, this is my last video that I created on Wednesday. And we're going to review what happened next and what can we expect. But before we get started, I just want to mention here, if this is your first time here with me, my job today is very important. And that is to help you identify the best trading levels for tomorrow, which is going to be Monday, April 12th, I'm sorry. I just want to remind you to subscribe. In return, you get my best trade ideas and levels for the following trading session. And don't forget, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to drop these in the comment section below, and I will answer them as soon as possible. Now let's jump right into the charts, guys. So our plan for Thursday session was to be looking for a continuation to these two levels right here and a potential bounce from these two levels if we see. But as you can see here on the right, I'm gonna remove this right now because we don't need it anymore. And as you can see on the right, we traded in this range on Wednesday, and after we finished, we just continue with our run higher out of the range. Then we crushed our first level. We saw a small pullback from when we touched the level, but it was just like 50 points, so not really a nice deep pullback. So this was just target hitting one, and then we didn't quite get in the same session to the next level, but on Friday, as you can see, we almost touched the level. We missed it by like 20 points, and that is usually what I expect from these levels, some kind of a nice pullback about 100 to 200 points, and that is exactly what happened. But it really missed the level, and I actually had orders waiting here to take profits, and they didn't quite hit, but I took profits when we came back to retest the level on the Friday end session. But I just want to mention something here. Just look how perfectly once we came down and on the way up, we used this level as support and resistance. So on the way up, we came perfectly to here. We have a small retracement, and then we continue to the next level with a push higher, and then same thing happens on the way down. We break the level, and once we break the level, that level acts as resistance. So then we see a nice push, and we actually touch that level twice, and then we continue down to our range top. So these are the dynamics. So this was the resistance here when we created the range, and now we come back, retest it, and it becomes support. Obviously you can expect a bounce. And another very, very interesting thing, if you look here, once we bounced again, we used this level for resistance, and once we broke it, we retested the level on the opposite side. So pretty much, as I keep saying, guys, you should have all these levels on your chart, because they work, and they will continue to work every single time. And it just works like that. You must know the levels that you should expect reversals and continuation to have. You don't want to go blindly and just try to predict some random levels. You should have all these levels that I have here on my chart on your chart as well, and you should be watching them very, very closely. Now, that being said, let's check out what do we have for Monday. First, as usual, I'm going to start with my buy zones. And right now, what I am expecting to see, if this turns out to be a double top, we can just expect to see another range form right here. And what do we do inside the range? We try to buy at support and sell at resistance. So this is a day inside this range for 1 or 2 days. boom. Sorry guys, this just not loading very properly. We should expect something like this before we continue with the push higher, or we break out of the range and we kind of form some kind of a top here, you know. But the first level will be 13,650 for our long targets. And then I'm going to be looking at the bottom of the previous range, which is right here. So our next level will be 13,550. If we see a nice push to the downside, you can expect a bounce. Don't just blindly leave your orders here if you don't know what you're gonna do after, because now price has been very, very bullish for the last week, but everything can change, and you should be able to react to the markets and not just blindly participate and have your orders just sitting there and waiting if you don't have a strategic plan to execute after. I just want to zoom out to show you what kind of happened for the last few weeks. Just like take a look at the bigger picture, because that's very interesting. So first we had this very, very huge down. Then in my last, when I started doing these videos, I think we were about here. And once we came out of the flag formation, so this leg with this consolidation, this is the perfect textbook flag pattern. And usually you can expect these to break to the upside. This is exactly what happened. And I'm going to link my previous videos in the description box so you guys can check it out. Our target was actually here for the flag, and we crushed that super, super fast once we broke out of the flag. And right now we are taking aim at all-time highs, obviously. So right now we are very close to the all-time high. And what will be my next level around that area? So I have 850, and then the next will be 950. And I just do this and I lock my levels so I won't be able to move them around. Now, something that I don't usually do, but this is a different example right now, is I'm going to have one of my levels at the all-time high, which is about 13,900. So just about 90 points, because usually you can expect to see a lot of selling exactly at the all-time high level. And then the next level after that will be 950. These two levels we should monitor for some kind of reversals or take profit zones for Monday session.